Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about the company and the stock Nokia NOK. So we're going to be talking about whether Nokia is a buy, a sell, whether it's crashing. That's what we're going to be talking about in this video right here. So make sure you guys smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, check out my other videos on Nokia, and also make sure you guys look forward to my new videos that I'm going to be making for Nokia.
I just made $5 million. $5 million. That's $5 million the past month investing. As you can see, I have more than $100 million. Subscribe to my channel so I can teach you how to make millions.
Let me tell you about my day so far. Coffee in Paris, surfed the Maldives, took a little nap on Mount Kilimanjaro. Oh yeah, and I got digits from this Polish chick in Rio. And then I jumped back for the final quarter of the NBA Finals. Courtside, of course. And all that was before lunch. I could go on, but all I'm saying is, I'm standing on top of the world.
Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about the company and the stock Nokia NOK. So we're going to be talking about whether Nokia is a buy, a sell, whether it's crashing. That's what we're going to be talking about in this video right here. So make sure you guys smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, check out my other videos on Nokia, and also make sure you guys look forward to my new videos that I'm going to be making for Nokia. So without no further ado, let's get started. So when we look at this company, we can see from since 1994, we can see there's quite a few bubbles that it had. Like we can see around in the tech bubble, it bursted and it came back down, and also in the housing market crash, it went all the way up to around the $38 range, and it fell all the way down to close to $2. So pretty much Nokia became essentially a penny stock, and now it's been slowly been increasing when we look at the 1-year chart, but when we look at the 5-year charts, kind of looking like it's been going down. So essentially this company is see, when we look at the 3-month chart, it's been going up 9%. Look at the 1-month chart, down 1%. So in the very short term, we're looking at a downward trend. From the very long term, it still has increased from its 1994, but when we compare it to its peaks, it's quite low. This is actually a low point for Nokia, and it doesn't seem to be making much moves, as we can see in the past 5 years. It's actually went down 20%, 20.24%. So that's what we can see with Nokia. We can look at the earnings per share in the negative range, the PE in the negative range, but it's expected to turn things around moving forward. And so this company is hoping to eventually move on to making more money. We can see that this company does offer dividend, but the problem is this company cannot afford its dividend. So who knows how sustainable that is, and whether or not it's going to keep bringing the company down. So when we look at the inflow, compared to the outflow, we can see the outflow is looking larger than the inflow. So this is bad news. When we look at the news, we can see that there's not much major news in the short term with Nokia. Will things turn around when 5G comes around? That's the question. The issue with Nokia is, even though they came out with their what was it, 52 megapixel camera, the problem was the software kind of sucked, in the sense that it wasn't like an Android or an Apple or anything like that. So it had a fancy camera, but a sucky interface. So when you look at the analysts, 13 analysts, among the 13 analysts, you can see they're looking at this company as a buy. 2 of them look at it as a strong buy, 5 of them as a buy, and 6 of them as a hold. And when we look at the lows, we can see the lows are looking at it. We can see that this company is right now currently in the low range, the average range all the way up to the $7.22 range, and this company still has ways to go to meet its average, and also it has a lot of ways to go to meet its highs, at least $3 increase. So we can look at that, we can see that there's a golden cross over here. So essentially this company has the potential to quickly become bullish. But when we look at the support and resistance analysis, we can see actually this company is more of a sideways company. Sideways, look at it. So it's gonna go sideways. So when you look at the financial forecast, we can see actually in quarter 4, this company seemed to have been doing good in the quarter 3 and quarter 4 of 2018. But when you look at the first and second quarter, this company doesn't seem to have been doing that good. Over the years, we can see there's a zigzag pattern when it comes to the earnings per share. The revenue slightly increased 2015 to 2016, but then it became steady. So when we look at the balance sheet, the BPS, we're looking at a sort of sideways movement, and also with the net asset value, with the cash flow, we can see that it's actually in the negative cash flow. So this is not good. But with the quarter 4 and quarter 3, it was looking good. So we have to wait and see for the first quarter of 2019. When we look at the capital expenditure, things are looking good. It's actually been increasing. This is the only positives we can see so far. When you look at the return on equity, we can see that essentially it's been going down, and same with the return on assets. So these are not good. And when we look at the income statement, we can see that the net margin has increased while the net income is still in the negative range. But quarter 4 2018 things seem to have turned around. So the revenue looking decent. We can see that the total liabilities of this company doesn't have too many liabilities, but it also doesn't have too little. So we can see that the net asset ratio is slightly into the increase. We can see that the financing and also the operating has been going down into the negative range, while the investing aspect of this company seems to slowly be moving up. Same with the operating. The operating after quarter 3 seemed to switch and increase, and this is looking good. So the operating is looking good with this company, with Nokia right here. And we already know what Nokia is capable of. Nokia is Finland-based company. Most people don't know about this. Based in Finland, engages in the network and internet protocol, infrastructure, software, and related services market. The company's businesses include Nokia Networks and Nokia Technologies. The company's segments include ultra broadband network, IP networks, and applications. And Nokia Technologies, the ultra broadband networks segment comprises mobile networks and fixed networks operating segments. The IP networks and application segment comprises IP optical networks and application and analytics operating segments. The applications and analytics operating segment offers software solutions spanning customer experience management, network operations and managing communications and collaboration, policy and charging, as well as cloud, Internet of Things, security, and analytics platforms that enables digital services providers and enterprises to accelerate and optimize their customer experience. The company has Comptel among its subsidiaries. So when you look at, we already know that it's in the communication and technology sectors, and we know the chairman, Risto Salamasa, the independent director, the chairman, management president, chief executive officer, Rajiv Suri, vice chairman, independent director, Oliver Pero, chief financial officer, executive board, Christian Polala, chief operating officer, executive board, Jorge Erlenmeyer. And we can see that actually the institutional holdings is looking like a mix over here. And when we look at Nokia compared to the S&P 500, we can see that if you would have started with $10,000 from 1995, you would have a lot more in the Vanguard S&P 500 index. So essentially, the S&P 500 makes more than Nokia. And we can see the graph over here. The blue one is Nokia and the red one is the Vanguard 500 index. So the Vanguard 500 index is a lot more stable. It's very stable. It's like steady gains. There's some drawdowns, but steady gains for the most part, especially during its bull runs. Like, its bull runs tend to be like twice or three times as long as its downturns. This could tell me that it's possible that our next downturn could be like 3 years long, or 4 or 5 years long, or something like that. So the next stock market crash could be scary, but don't let me scare you guys though. I'm only speaking possibilities. Maybe it won't be as bad, the next stock market crash, you know? So maybe things are a little different nowadays, right? Who knows? Anyways, when we look at this, the CAGR, we can see that the S&P 500 grows on average of close to 10%, actually. Close to 10%, the S&P 500 grows on average every year. Inflation adjusted, 7%. While Nokia inflation adjusted is only about 4.65%, while without including inflation, it's close to a 7% gain a year on average. That's on average, but we can see Nokia did have some dramatic increases in the past during the dot-com bubble and also right before the housing crash. So maybe it'll have another bull run and you could get rich really quick. If Nokia goes to its glory days of the dot-com bubble and also close to where the housing crash was. And so if you invest 10,000, your 10,000 can hit like 200,000 if it ever reaches towards his dot-com bubble or the housing right before the housing crash. Its glory days. So if Nokia reaches its glory days and you invest like 10,000, it'll be like it could potentially hit 200,000. That's if this company turns things around. I'm not saying it's going to go back in those days necessarily. Nokia needs a phone that can compete with the Apple and also with the Google, the Androids. So that's what Nokia is up against. And we can see if you invest like $1,000, then your $1,000 could turn into essentially like 25,000 or 20,000. So if you put $1,000 into Nokia and it does a big game changer, right? You could potentially, your 1,000 can potentially turn into 20,000. It's not bad. That's only if Nokia steps its game up. You can see the standard deviation at 45.25%, while the Vanguard 500 index is at 14.63%. The best year of Nokia is at a 250% increase. That's the best year. While the Vanguard 500 since 1995, the best year is at a 37.45%. We're looking at the worst year. We can see that Nokia's worst year is about 60% downturn, while the Vanguard is close to a 40% downturn. The max drawdown of Nokia is a 94% drawdown. Whoa, 94.58% drawdown, while the Vanguard's biggest drawdown was close to 50.97% drawdown. That's crazy. We could see the Sharp ratio and the Sortino ratio of Nokia looking poor, a lot worse than the Vanguard 500 index. We're looking at how correlated with the market it is. Nokia is about 50% correlated with the market. So there you guys have it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you guys smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, and stay tuned for more Nokia videos. And check out my other Nokia videos that I made before this, and let me know what you guys think. In the comment below, let me know what company and stock you guys want me to go over. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, hit that like button. Thanks for watching.
One thing about this company is that They've a certain proximity from the personification of redundant axioms presupposed upon tautological repetitions, and enhance their paradoxical paradigms through redundant innovations. Warren Buffett, the billionaire investor, once said, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful," by billionaire Warren Buffett. And essentially what this means is when traders are greedy, they'll keep on buying and driving the price up and thinking that it's going to keep on going up and up and up. But eventually what ends up happening is the stock ends up tumbling back down to earth from the moon because of greed. And people, that's how people lose a lot of money. And when Warren Buffett says be greedy when others are fearful, what he means is that when others are fearful because the stock plummets and everyone starts selling their stocks at a discount, that's the time you want to start buying companies. That's the right time to buy. But usually people start selling. People call it a crash, and that word crash scares people. Really? Let's change the definition. Instead of crash, let's call it a discount. That's essentially what it is. A discount. That's really what it's all about. So as we can see, the Fear and Greed Index by CNN, what emotion is driving the market right now? What emotion? Right now, the greed is driving the market right now. And the reason for that is, as we can see, the McKellen Volume Summarization Index measures advancing and declining volume on the New York Stock Exchange. During the last month, approximately 8.23% more of each day's volume has traded in advancing issues than in declining issues, pushing this indicator forward the upper end of its range for the last 2 years. And as we can see, the stock price strength, that was the breadth. With the stock price strength, the number of stocks hitting 52 weeks highs exceeds the number of hitting lows and is at the upper end of its range, indicating extreme greed. As we can see, that's why the market kept going back up and up. As we can see, it's in the greed territory. As we can look at the safe haven demand, the difference in 20-day stock and bond returns, stock have outperformed bonds by 2.92 percentage points during the last 20 trading days. This is close to the strongest performance of stocks relative to bonds in the past 2 years, and indicates investors and rotating with stocks from the relative safety of bonds. And when we look at the put and call options, the CBOE 5-day average, the put-call ratio during the last 5 trading days, volume and put options has lagged volume and call options by 36.82% as investors make bullish bets in their portfolios. However, this is among the lowest levels of put buying seen during the last 2 years, indicating greed on the part of investors. When we look at the market volatility, the VIX and its 50-day moving average, the CBOE volatility index is at 15.72. This is neutral reading and indicates the market risks appears low. And when we look at the junk bond market, the yield spread between junk bonds versus the investment grades, investors in low quality junk bonds are accepting 1.74 percentage points in additional yield over safer investment grade corporate bonds. This spread is much higher than what has been typical during the last 2 years and indicates that investors are highly risk averse. When we look at the market momentum, the S&P 500 and its 125-day moving average, the S&P 500 is 1.04% below its 125-day moving average. During the last 2 years, the S&P 500 has typically been above this average. So rapidly declines like this indicate extreme levels of fear. So as we can see, the greed index right here, the greed over time, we are hitting the peaks. We are heading towards the peak greed moments. However, that being said, we still have more greed to go. So if you're heavily invested, this might be the time to get prepared for a downfall. As we can see, that way when you have cash at hand during times of extreme greed, extreme fear, you can buy stocks and from good companies at discounts. When we look at VictorVest Stock Advisory says that in the short term, the market is mildly bullish. VictorVest advocates buying safe, undervalued stocks that are rising in price at this time. It's made $5 million. That's $5 million the past month investing. As you can see, I have more than $100 million. Subscribe to my channel so I can teach you how to make millions. I have 2 goals. My first goal is to help you become a millionaire just like me. My second goal is to turn my 100 million into 100 billion. Like this video, leave a comment on the company or stock that you want me to analyze. I go over graphs, charts, news, quotes, forecasting, prices, rating, and reviews. My job is to help you pick the best companies and stocks to invest in so you can become a multi-millionaire. That's multi-millionaire like me. Subscribe so you can become a millionaire and share this video to help your friend become a millionaire too. Don't miss out. Stay on top of your game and ahead of the curve. The world is your oyster. Make
Hey, while the sun is shining. Everyone is subscribing to my channel, so subscribe so you can stay ahead of the curve, so you can come to my show, so you can flow. Comment down below so we both can grow. Like and share this video so everyone can know how to make millions of dough. Subscribe so we both can thrive. Join the millionaire tribe. Watch this video until the end to win the grand prize. It's showtime. Congratulations! Now that you watched my video, you are one step closer to becoming a multi-millionaire like me. I have more than $100 million in my Robinhood account. And that's just in my Robinhood account. I have a lot more in all my banks, in my Webull account, in my M1 Finance account. If you guys want free $200, download the Robinhood app for free using my link below. If you guys want free $1,000, use my link below for a chance to win $1,000 on my Webull account. And if you want a chance to win $25, make sure you download the app using my link in the description below. Subscribe to my channel so I can go over more news, more companies, and more stocks. I'll cover the earnings per share, the charts, the trends, the ratings, the news, the Sortino ratio and Sharpe ratio, market correlation, PE ratio, cash flow, balance, statements, net assets and liabilities, and many more. Just for watching this video, I'm going to give you the chance of winning the grand prize. For your chance to win, subscribe to this channel and comment down below, future millionaire. That's what you want to write in the comments below. Write future millionaire. For every social media website you share this video, it will increase your chance of winning the grand prize. Share this video on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, to all your social media accounts to increase your chance of winning the grand prize. Congratulations. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment down below the words future millionaire, and don't forget to share this video so you can win the grand prize. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, consider subscribing. We might make a part 3 soon. Don't forget to like and comment on this video. Oh, and check out our last video here. Bye.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money.
Dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling, cut the chatter. You ain't talking money, then your talking don't matter. Ching, ching, bling, bling, patent pockets. We take the dollar, can a damn soul stop it. Here comes the new kid on the block. Hold on.
Vad hakten alla Gullfest hela dagen. Det är mjöl från livets grottekvarn. Gullfest hela dagen.